I'll use small words that you'll be sure to understand.
The properties of fool's gold.
You stupid, ignorant son of a bitch, dumb bastard!
You fool! Fool, idiot, moron, nut, stupid.
You two are just dumber than a bag of hammers.
One of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
It's called fool's gold. Fool's gold.
Or fool's gold.
I was looking at my son, but I was bent down, like looking up through my legs at him because he was, that's what we were doing. He was on the slide. And I just noticed my balls were hanging out. Because these have got...
Hello, non-slide!
These have got holes in. And my boxes have got holes in. I've just given up. But do you know what felt weird? Like, my balls been out. It didn't feel weird.
Right, so your son looking at your balls didn't feel weird?
No, he didn't see it. He was too busy falling over.
Yeah, couldn't get his attention.
No.
Hey, look, hey.
Oh, man. What a start to a podcast.
So they were out and breezy.
I quite liked it.
Yeah, I bet you did. You're a very... I imagine you would... If there wasn't like a societal norm against it, I bet you're like a nude guy, aren't you? You'd be like quite happy
Well, do you know when I went to the
around.
nudist beach and it was a norm to have just a t-shirt on and your dick and your legs out?
From episode 1, we had a little chat
Was
about the
that
nudist
really
beach.
episode 1? Yeah, the nudist beach.
Yeah, but like... So, I reckon
in a
you're
way,
quite comfortable.
It's powerful, that,
Yeah.
Taking the top off is one thing, right? Shorts on, top off.
Yeah.
Going t-shirt on,
Yeah.
trousers and boxers off.
Yeah.
That is empowering, mate.
Even more so, just cut a little slit and let your bollocks dangle out.
Well, that's what I'm doing.
Well, I had this happen to me when I was on stage. My balls didn't come all the way out. I was in Liverpool doing a gig once. Did you ever do Baby Blue in Liverpool before it shut down?
It rings a bell.
It was like Comedy Central. It was at the docks.
Yes,
right?
I did, yes.
And it's like underground in like tunnels.
Yeah, quite a nice little venue.
I fucking hated it.
Low roof.
Low roof, but like the people who went there...
Oh, they were pissed as hell.
Mate, it was like
they had
big
loads of...
fucking Central. It was just coked up like mad heads. It was like...
I did have a big do with someone. Yeah, I remember him.
Here we go.
I dealt with it really well. I can't remember... I can't remember what happened in terms of what they said. But yeah, they were aggressive.
Yeah, that happened a lot. So I turned up at Baby Blue to do a Friday night, and I got out of my car, and like this was when I wore even skinnier jeans than I do now. When I used to wear like sprayed on. I stretched out of my car and it just fucking ripped right there.
You heard and felt.
And I was like, fuck, because I didn't have any spare with me, obviously. So I've just
you don't take spare trousers.
No.
Do you know what I used to do when I first started gigging?
Yeah,
just in case I shit myself on the road.
It's a good idea. After the stories we've told on this pod, it's a good idea.
I was like, I might shit myself in my car.
Yeah,
that thought does.
Or tearing. So like, so I just had to go do it, and I was like, no one will say out. I walked on stage, and mate, I didn't. It was one of those where I didn't even have the mic in my hand.
Oh.
I was walking to the stage and just this fat, thick-necked scouse bloke just went, mate, why are your jeans torn? Straight away.
Did you have to? Well, you got to dive straight into it.
Got to dive straight into it, and mate, it just sets a tone. When you've lost authority before you've even got the mic.
Yeah.
Just it's rough, innit?
Totally.
Mate.
So, I'm set up like that to fail sometimes when the fucking guitar sound don't work and and you're going and nothing's happening.
You've got to stand there for ages.
And you're like, oh god, that literally you've got to have the best start in the world to get out of that. Yeah, it's so hard sometimes.
Well, that's what you get for cheating by bringing a guitar to a stand-up gig.
It is a cheating stick.
It's the cheating stick. Yeah, the applause box.
I tried doing a stand-up gig once without it. Yeah, did a 10.
Didn't it?
I was shit.
You've only done one though. That's the thing. You would be fine if you did it eventually. But
the routine I used, I'd written quite recently, and I just thought it might work, and I thought it could. None of it worked. So like none of it.
We've all been there. I've written like a long bit. I've been like, this is going to be the one.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is making me howl laughing as I'm writing it.
And you think it's clever. You're like, that links with that. That is clever.
And then you just go flob.
Yeah.
And an audience looks at you like, what the fuck?
Well, when the first one doesn't hit. The first gem, you're like,
if the premise...
rolling around laughing, and then nothing. And you're like, well, this is fucked. But you still do it. When you've got confidence to go, right, I'm getting out of that now. But when you haven't got confidence, you're quite new. You just go, I will just maintain this script and go with it.
When you're new, it's so brutal, innit? Because it's the thing people like, it's the hardest bit of being a comedian when you've just got 5 or 10 minutes and that's all you have. That's all your material, and you're not skilled enough to be able to like riff or like improvise anything.
Or to read an audience.
And it's so scary because like at first you just stood there just trying to get through it, aren't you? Like you don't know what you're doing at all. And yeah, even if you could read an audience though, I had plenty of times because my early stuff was too dark. I couldn't I wasn't skilled enough to do it. I had to like simplify before I got better. But like, so I would say like horrible shit, but I would read audiences and I'd be like, I did a gig in like, it was near Carlisle and it was everyone's like pensioners and it's like rural and beautiful. It's like a village and it's just old women,
Tories.
Old Tories. And I only had 10 minutes of filth. That was all I had. It was all I could do.
I've been there.
And I just had to go and say horrible jizz jokes to visibly disgusted pensioners in this beautiful little old theatre, dying. And like, you just don't have the ability to do anything else. No. It's horrible, man.
When I first started doing comedy, the first 3 months went really well. And I was using this, material that was like, it was really filthy.
Yeah.
And one of the poems was about my penis. It was like,
you've really grown as an artist since then, haven't you?
I was like, right, paedophilia. So for me, try and get out of that one. Anyway, I went there, and this penis thing has been going really well, right? And I thought,
and you're like, oh, this penis stuff is gold.
Yeah, I've
always got the penis poem.
I went on stage, I'm thinking.
Thinking you're King Dick.
Yeah, I'd already been signed. Everything was going really well.
Yeah, you had a proper quick start as well, didn't you?
Really boom, shifted straight into the paid.
So dangerous.
250 quid a gigs, you know what I mean? And they're all winning.
Yeah.
And then the first time I ever down on stage was the first ever spiky mic gig, and it was in Derbyshire. And I went out. It was the same as Carlisle. It was just old pensioners.
Yeah.
It was on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
As well. So it's a Sunday feel.
Yeah, I've done that gig. Is it? Yeah, I know the one you mean.
It's in a really rural pub in Derbyshire.
Yeah, another one.
And if you don't drive, it takes like 6 years to get there. But people actually do this on public transport.
Yeah.
Like, you have to wait the next day to get a bus.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this gig, you weirdo? Just fucking hell. Anyway, and I talked about my dick, right? Well, straight up there, and straight away I knew that something wasn't quite right. And then when the first gag didn't land, I went into panic mode.
Oh, man.
Because I was like, I've never been here before. And then I just continued 4 minutes of getting worse and worse. Yeah. And it was horrible, mate. And it was a 5-minute gig because I was just trying out, you know what I mean? Spiky mic. And then I remember it went, and one person went, and that was it. It was just trying to be friendly. It was one solitary clap. And in a way, I've never got over that gig.
No, but
I still remember the feeling of driving home. I'm quitting.
I'm quitting comedy, man. Like the flailing that you have early on when you're dying, and you don't know what to do, and you don't know how to die.
No,
and you don't know how to arrest it or anything. It's brutal, man. I had it so many times, man. Like, I've had a few where they'll become landmarks in my career where I'm like, I'm never letting that happen to me. Yeah. So I've got to get better. But like, my
the
worst
bad ones do make you better.
Those have always been the key moments in my career. Corny as it is, they're always the ones that have like inspired me to like get loads better. So like, I make my worst. I think the worst I've ever done at a gig was in Preston at the Guild. Was it the Guildhall? It was a big shopping centre that had like a massive like theatre bit in it.
I've done.
It was the Frog used to run it.
Oh right, no, I've done a tour show there with someone else's tour. It's massive.
Right, yeah,
venue.
It's a massive venue. So there's like hundreds in. Right, there's like 400 or 500. It's huge tables. This is a big gig for me.
I know that it's a huge room.
Huge room, and like, mate, for me at this point as well, I was quite new to like big gigs.
Yeah.
Like, so it was like a big thing for me. And like, I've got 15 in the middle, and I'm just back from my first Edinburgh. It's right after I've done my first Edinburgh. I was doing a half hour a night, and I'm just feeling good, Like, I was just like,
I've made comedy.
I was like, at that Edinburgh, I was like crushing. I had this like late night show. It was dead fun. But like, I'm in that mode, and I haven't accounted for audiences in Preston not being the same as the Edinburgh Festival at midnight. You know, Preston at 7 p.m. on a Friday is a very different proposition.
Yeah. Like, it's fair to say you didn't impress them.
No, I did not, man. It was brutal because I went way too dark. The moment I lost them was in the first minute. I said, in fact, ironically, given the subject matter we've been covering today,
you didn't go to paedophiles, did you?
I swear this isn't. I didn't even plan. I didn't think that make this connection until I started saying this. No, what's the joke that lost them on?
Yeah.
Was like, I said, I look that much like a paedophile. If I was one, I reckon I'd probably get away with it. Right? Because people would be like, that's too obvious, hide in plain sight. I said that, and they just looked at me like, you fuck kids. Like, the whole audience just went like,
yeah.
When you know that feeling when you just have lost them.
Yeah.
And it was like that. And the whole crowd, mate, by the end of my 15 minutes, right, like by about 10 minutes in, people are no longer willing to make eye contact with me. Because for the 9 minutes...
you leaving as well.
After the first minute...
A mass exodus.
No, they stayed. But like, mate, the first minute was good. Then I said that.
Yeah.
Then there was 9 minutes of nothing. No reaction to anything I'm saying. And if you had that bit where you do your closer too early because you're panicking. So like traditionally comedians, we hold our best bit back for last. I did it early because I was like, this will dig me out. I've got to get some
side here, yeah.
Mate, when that gets nothing,
yeah,
then you know you've only got worse shit.
Yeah.
Mate, I got a couple of titters through the whole thing.
I don't do that. I always, I've got a couple of ones I can end on, but obviously, but when you've got the cheating stick, you can sometimes
finish on anything. You get a round of applause.
You can just do a fucking sing along as you want.
Yeah. Whereas I've got
that kind of works. But get your jokes in first. I've realised start with your best. Do not because I've died a couple of times, and that time in Derbyshire when I died straight away, that you can't get them back. Yeah. First impressions, so do your best stuff first. And then if you make a mistake later on, at least
you've got a bit more in the bank.
At least you've got a bit in the bank, and if you pull something out that's good, they'll go with you again.
The first 30 seconds is your most important.
Yeah,
bit.
Totally.
But like, I just like you don't even have to be killing, crushing funny. That you just have to show you're comfortable.
You just have to, just be nice.
Yeah, well,
is that a lot of MCs are just nice.
Oh yeah, for MCing,
they're not even funny. They're just nice.
Yeah, it works.
But it does work. Yes.
But like for me, mate, I miss comedy so fucking much. My first 30 seconds, I'm not trying to kill it straight away. I will try. I will be being funny, but I just sort of like because I like sort of saunter on and just sort of begin, and I'm just really like confident, clearly, and like it relaxes people. Because I just start like talking to someone in the front row or something, and I try and make it as natural as possible and just be in. Yeah,
you do. When a good comedian comes on as an audience member, you do relax.
You can feel it.
And when someone comes on with energy and you like go, oh, I'm there now. I'm with them. If someone comes on with nerves, it puts you in a nervous place as well. And you go, oh, this is awkward. And they've got to start saying really good stuff for you to go. He's good.
It's the confidence.
Or she's good.
Yes. Or they,
but
the confidence, it's confidence. They've got to trust you. Like I've got to a point now where, like, you know, a decade in, I had a gig last year at the Stand in Edinburgh where I picked the mic out of the stand and the cable came out. Right, have the amount of open spots I've seen that kill their entire gig because they're fumbling around with it. But like now I'm at a point where it just doesn't matter like what happens. Like it just I'm clearly like I just make a little joke out of it, and just the confidence in doing that was enough to settle people.
Yeah, I just go on sometimes and don't say anything.
Yeah,
just don't say anything for ages.
Yeah,
and kind of wait.
Yeah,
just wait for a reaction, and if they don't say anything, just have a go at them.
Yeah,
but I know I've got a really good get out clause. If I do something that goes wrong, I've got a great get out clause.
Right, yeah.
So
like a little save.
Yeah. And if I wanted to get better at comedy, I would take that out. Yeah. Because I'm too reliant on it.
Right.
And that's my little, if it all goes wrong, don't worry, that'll get me out of it.
Right.
But I think I'd improve as an artist if I went, just scrap that.
Yeah.
Let's go again.
You got to do that sometimes, man.
Yeah.
Like, I've had to drop bits because they're too good.
Now that I've had a year, I've had to drop bits because they're too good.
That's what I do, mate. I'm just like, you know what? That's too easy. Right? I could say that. But gotta make it a challenge for myself.
With me in comedy, I just dropped most of set because it was too banging.
Yeah, to be honest, mate, I just want to give myself a bit of a challenge. Too
easy. Comedy was so easy.
Oh, mate,
started again.
I can't wait to get back to that. I'm actually having like ideas for bits, and like because like gigs are like crawling back into my diary. I'm trying not to get too excited, but
well, I've got some in May, late May.
Nice, man. I've got a few in around then, and like who knows if they'll happen, but my brain's working in stand-up again a bit, and like it's a nice feeling because I've shut it down for a while.
Well, you've still been doing YouTube stuff.
Yeah, but like I've
shut it down.
Yeah,
I've fucking shut it down well and truly.
But you've been making music, man. Like,
I have been making music.
Micky sent me some of his tunes this week, and like if they were shit, I just wouldn't have brought it up. Right, I would just ignore the subject forever. I genuinely fucking loved them.
I like the way you sent it at like 4 a.m. I was like, Rob's in a good place right now.
Well, you know what had happened. You know what had happened. I was having a little headphone session, chilling out by myself, and I was
You're doing that 3 till 4. That's your time.
My time, and I was like, I listen to Micky's tunes. I like dead good, man. You've got such a sick voice, man. I genuinely mean that.
It's all right. It's not great.
Nah, it's good. You've got a really good
it.
that's what you do. That's what I love, man. Like, you go fucking balls in. Like you know, like
balls
playing
out,
with,
balls out in my garden.
Like playing with your son.
Yeah.
You treat singing in the same way. It's balls out, full.
Yeah,
that's it, man. Like, you like lean into it. You like roar into it. It's good, man.
I've enjoyed the creative process. It's been long, but now I've got to the worst bit, which is once it's done, you've got to have the energy to get it out there. Do you know what, mate? I can't be fucking arsed.
You do shock me, Mickey.
I can't be arsed. I feel like you've got to sell. You know, you've got to sell yourself. Sell yourself. That's not me at all.
No, you are not a great salesman.
So anyway, I might just put them online, but then like it feels, and then no one listens to them. But it feels like a bit of a. I've put so much effort into it.
Yeah, but
I don't know. Everyone's a salesman. It pisses me off, man.
I know, but like you need to like. So what you need is people around you who can do that for you.
That would be ideal.
That would be ideal. That's got to be a long term, hasn't it?
Yeah,
like, eventually
that'd be great. I'd love a record label to do it. I've got to.
You just need to hire him yourself, man. Like, you can.
I've got any money.
Well, yeah, no, this is what I mean. Eventually.
Oh right, yeah. I've got no
once
money
we're
at all.
the biggest podcast in the game, because who doesn't love this fucking nonce chat? I mean, like, it's mainstream success all the way, baby.
Straight into the deep end, weren't we?
We are going to the top with this podcast.
But it's a good fucking point.
Yeah.
We fucking need to get non-offending paedophiles to not offend, because too many.
Why are we back on this?
I'm sorry. And then I went straight for my own balls and my own kid.
I know, man. It's an absolute fucking minefield, isn't it?
Sorry, mate.
Hey,
do you know what? I asked though if you were if that side because I've realised that I watched.
Oh yeah, before the episode, this is a thing that they don't know about. You asked.
By the way, I haven't got ADHD.
Oh yeah,
because you know that comment that guy put. Like, I ain't got fucking out. He's right.
Yeah,
I ain't got it. I'm just a bit of a dickhead.
Yeah, I don't think that guy's a doctor.
I'm a bit thick.
Yeah,
and I'm a bit of a dickhead.
Yeah, if you want to call it that, but that's basically the same thing. I didn't.
Isn't it? I knew it.
I didn't explain it very well, though. Is the thing, like, you know, I saw that someone was like, he's just saying some vague shit. That's because I'm thick and I can't remember the things to say. But I base it on knowing you for years.
Do you ever get like you try to get a word, ironically?
Yeah.
So you try to think of a word and you just can't get it.
Yeah.
Do you because you're good, your vocab's great.
Yeah, but I get like blind spots where I just can't think. I have to think about things in certain ways. Here's the thing, man. When you're doing sums, this isn't an ADHD thing. This is just a thing.
Yeah.
When you're doing sums, what happens in your head?
Well, I'm good at doing sums because I teach maths.
No, this is it. You're good at it, but
it's not like I'm good at it. I'm probably just above average, but because
practiced.
I'm in the muscle memory.
But like,
of it.
do you do anything? Like, do you visualize anything?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, because like what I do is, so if I'm visualizing 7 plus 5, right, in my head I see like a 10 is a block of 2 sticks of 5, so a 7 is a shape like that, and a 5, when you push it on, I sort of see the units.
Have you been watching Number Blocks?
No, but like this is
Number Blocks.
Is that like a thing?
Yeah,
that's what I naturally do in my head.
That's what I kind of do as well.
My head naturally I see like sort of shapes of it and sort of see how they mush together.
Yeah, I think most people do that because you see things in tens and blocks of 10. And we teach kids number 1s to 10 or number 1s to 20.
It's just the hands, isn't it?
Yeah, and we expect it, but we don't. I tell you what, we don't teach them how to use it.
Right.
I've got my own way of teaching maths now, and it's fucking amazing. I'm not kidding you. So I tell you what, I've got really good at it because I've been doing it for 5 years, 1-to-1. So trying to work out what are you thinking? Because that's what I love about teaching. I'm a 1-to-1 specialist now.
Yeah.
So
that's the best way to teach.
It totally is. I don't plan on mark. Yeah. So I'm a psychologist. I'm trying to think how they think. Yeah. Why don't you understand it? And that's why it's a psychology game. That's why and I love psychology. So that's why cool, I really enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
But the great thing about our number system is 0.
Yeah.
Because the Romans never had a 0.
So they just had 1 or...
But imagine it. We take 0 for granted.
I have been taking 0 for granted, totally I'll be honest with you. I'm sorry, 0. I'll buy you flowers on our anniversary.
Well, you need to. You need to
be more thankful to 0.
You need to be more thankful to 0 is a great number. Because why would you have a number for nothing? You're not counting. If you've got like, we need 10 bricks. Yeah. You know, you got an X in it. It's fucking 10 bricks. I'm thinking about Roman aqueducts. For some reason.
All right.
But so you wouldn't have. There's nothing there. So what do you? The symbol for nothing is literally empty. There's nothing.
Yeah.
So to put a 0 like that, is a fucking genius invention because it means you can times by 10, and then you don't have to write, fucking X C fucking D.
You can times by 10 cos of the 0.
Yes. And you can get 10 times bigger each time. That's how our number system works, mate.
Well, I know that, but like you could. Oh yeah, I suppose you couldn't have 100 written like that. Like, I'm very confused by this theory.
So they've got, if that, like 3,421 is a number we can write. We could just write it in 4 columns.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but they'd have to do like CCLM.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. It's
I know why. Yeah,
it's MMM.
Yeah.
400. Is it? So bollocks. Because you can't have more than 3. Is there a number for 500? D is 50.
Yeah, so there'll be a 500 and it'll be 100 off that. It'll be
exactly.
how you write it out, innit?
Or would it be... Yeah, how do you do 500? What's 500, man?
I think it is MMMBOP.
What's BOP stand for?
Bop, 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 you, bop. Yeah! I went for an advert audition once where they made me learn bop.
You knew it anyway, didn't you?
Well, I knew the gist, but I had to learn like the verse. I had to learn
no one knows the verse. Not even they do.
I only went.
Do you know what I like about umbop though?
Oh yeah.
The it starts with a G. Yeah. Oh, it's like yeah.
But like I only ever went for I went for like 2 advert auditions ever because the experience was the same both times. I was like, oh right, okay, I get it. Basically, I'd walk in, and then someone behind the camera would go, can you like lean down a bit or something?
You're too tall for TV.
Too tall. And like if I've got like a product in my hand, it looks tiny.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make it look impressive in an advert. You want someone normal. You don't want to have to deal with me.
You want someone small.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of actors are like 5'5",
Tom Cruise,
5'6". Yeah, you look a bit heavier on TV as well, a bit fatter on camera. Yeah. So you want someone small and skinny.
Excuse.
Yeah, well.
You've got it tucked away this week.
I have, yeah.
But no, like, that's exactly it. Like, if you're selling a chair and you put me in it, it looks like the chair's tiny.
Yeah, you're not going to sell anything.
Nah, mate. So like,
I must admit though,
that game pretty
one of my
quick.
ambitions is,
right,
is to go down it, and we're not going to be able to do it. Maybe we could do it together.
Yeah.
We've got to go to Hollywood though.
Oh yeah.
I want to turn up to a Hollywood casting thing. Just turn up for a genuine role.
Yeah.
And just go, and not do any research or anything. Just go to get scripts, because. If they're like, if what I look like is in their head, I get the fucking job.
Yeah, but like you're gonna have to.
It'd have to be an Englishman, I suppose.
Yeah,
I can say, "Hey there, you got the script there?"
And like,
great balls of fire.
So, right, we're
trying to blend in here.
This reading's for Schindler's List, actually, for a little girl in a red dress.
Is the 3 of them on top of each other? Because I'm into that shit.
You missed out. Maybe you could maybe have done Brian May in the Queen film. You could have done that maybe. Maybe.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to perm it a bit.
I could see you in like a Game of Thronesy, Lord of the Rings. You know, you with like a helmet on.
It's just like Game of Thrones.
Fucking Game of Thrones over there.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
like Lord of the Ring.
Winter's coming, and so am I. Lord of the Ring. But no, I could see that. I could see you with like a shield.
Game of Thrones, man. That's fucking great.
I don't know enough about Game of Thrones.
You want to usurp me? Well, you certainly can. Sorry.
The gay impression is like the 1960s John Inman.
It is a bit, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, like,
I prefer a repressive gay. Quite hard to say that. I refer you to the regressive gay. Regressive gay? That's not right.
No, you don't want an aggressive gay. Like
no, the repressed one.
Right.
That doesn't think he's gay.
You prefer
No,
that
that doesn't want to be gay.
You prefer someone in conversion therapy.
Yeah, the one that's just fucking angry, man. It's angry.
Why do you prefer this?
I just think the deeper characters.
You want someone who's like a conservative pastor. You know, there's always like
someone who's repressing the gayness to the max. And
well, you know, they always are the ones who are like repent, preach.
Yeah.
They always get caught sucking off a teenage lad in a toilet.
They do
every time. So that's your favourite kind of gay person, is it?
It's my favourite gay character in a film.
In a film. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I missed the in a film part.
Oh, right. No, that's what I mean.
Right. I thought you were just genuinely going, you know what? I don't like the flamboyant ones.
I like the ones that are
keep
really
it down.
Depressed.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're going to be a fucking woofter, right, do us a favour.
Yeah, go on a march and then bum a fucking, exactly, yeah, the toilet. Suck off film. Suck off someone in the toilets on the way to a fucking...
I see how that's more of a character arc.
Yeah, I like that. The deeper characters.
Right. I get that. Like someone who's just like, I'm comfortable in who I am. It doesn't make a good narrative.
Because they give little, there's so much in like, I forgot what the way you've got your scripts, and then you've got in a film you've got the way it's filmed. What's that called? Like
the mise en scène.
Well, a lot of that
filmography.
A lot. Do you know, like when someone presses a fucking synth button? It's like I could walk into a room, and if you press the synth button, you know that something bad's happening.
Right? Yeah, I think mise en scène might be the right term. Maybe I think
a film director actually. This would be or like...
Well, yeah, you added stuff in like... mise en scène is everything in the scene. It's like a film term. Mate, I did one term of film studies at uni so that I know that.
You know that, and that's it.
That's the bit I remember.
What's it called? A mise en
scène. So it's the mise en scene.
I don't like that. It's French.
It is French, yeah.
Don't get ideas from the French when it comes to film. They're fucking shit at it.
What do you mean the French? They're great at film.
Are they? They're terrible at film. They're the worst people at film.
You think they're the worst people at
some of them,
film?
yeah. It's just the guy. He's like all black and white.
Well, yeah, it's always just a sad man looking at the river.
Yeah, that's slow. That's slow shit, man.
Me and my mates once, we all got we were having like a bit of we're having just a day, we're all hanging out, and we're like, we went to this like little like there's a little weird DVD shop in my hometown, and we're all like half pissed. And like, we're gonna go like just have a bit of a kickback with the boys.
Yeah.
So we got a couple of we got something like Team America, and then we got something else, and then we were like, we found a French film called The Pornographer, and we're like, fucking aye.
Yeah.
Aye.
It's gonna have a wank together.
Well, let's go have a look at a bit of French smut, right? We might see some hairy fannies. So we brought it back, and it was 2 hour black and white of a pornographer. But like, it was about his ethical turmoil over being a pornographer.
Oh,
nary a tit in it.
Did you see him at the camera going? But you heard them shagging.
Yeah, it was stuff like that.
I can fucking make French films.
Super
I can make. Did he just?
I really want to see your French film.
Do you know what? I'd have like he's staring at a canal, right? Yeah. It starts off and he's staring at a canal.
It's called un canal.
Yeah, just no, it doesn't say anything. That's the thing. Yeah. And then he's staring at it, and then you might a bird flies off, right? And it doesn't move. Yeah, you've got it. And it doesn't move, and then it's a cigarette comes out of nowhere.
Always got to be smoking.
Oh, smoking, man. Yeah. Cigarette comes out of nowhere.
Little coffee.
And then it's a sniff up.
Oh,
sniff up.
Sniff.
Blows out the smoke, but it doesn't. Like he's a really good smoker. You can tell that he's a great. So this is in
the smoothness
it's
to
inference,
it.
Man.
Yeah.
So they know from this opening scene.
Maybe got like a Zippo. He doesn't have like a shitty lighter. It's like ching chung. It's like really smooth motion to light it.
You don't see his lighter at this point.
Oh, well, it's already lit.
It's already lit.
Right, okay.
So what you're getting so far is that the bird has done that. He hasn't flinched a fucking inch. Yeah. He is a deep character. He comes up, pulls from the cigarette.
Oh, he's holding it like this.
Well, yeah. And he's got a jacket on that's like it's got his eye. You can only just see his hands.
Right.
It's a bit long, but it's corduroy.
Oh.
Yeah. He's got a hat on.
It's James Acaster.
He's got a hat and glasses.
Oh.
And he's not shaved for a bit.
Oh.
So
just a little rough, stubbly.
Yeah.
Le stubble.
Yeah. And he takes it, and the way he pulls his cigarette, and he thinks he's a deep thinker, and you know straight away this guy's fucking deep, man. And the way that the smoke comes out, when you don't blow it out, it just drifts out.
Yeah.
Drifts out. Right, it's drifted. Yeah. Just watch it. It's profile drift. Bang. Cutscene.
Yeah.
And that's the opening scene.
All right. I was thinking, maybe a little voiceover comes in. Right. It's his voice, but he's not talking. We're watching him smoke, and it's like, mon ami. He sort of comes over.
Yeah, that would be good, but not in a French film.
Okay.
So the next scene, he's in the really shit kitchen, and he's banging, and now you've got it's different. It's banging doors, wood on, cupboard wood.
Yeah. So he's like doing a one-man French stomp.
Yeah, and it's and suddenly he's lost a bit of this kind of like this mystique, because now he's just making a sandwich.
Oh, we're mixing the profane with the mundane.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you can't work this character out now. Where's it bloody coming from here?
You know what, mate? Like, I would watch this film.
I could, like, we talked about Bielsa being a film director.
Yeah.
I could be a film director.
Mate, on the strength of that.
There's no talking yet. Get this now.
Oh, yeah.
Are you ready?
I am.
The camera, you watch him now and he's sat on his TV. He's not watching TV. No, that's a bad idea. He's writing.
Oh, typewriter?
No, handwritten.
Oh.
Notepad. And you can hear the pencil on the paper. But this is the great thing. He stops. He stops writing. The camera goes behind the stairs, which are bars.
Oh, yeah.
Giving the sense that he's imprisoned. Then it cuts to a scene and he's aggressively sucking off a bloke. I'll tell you that we're 3.5 minutes in.
It's called Les Homosexuals.
It's called Les Homos.
Les Homos. Yeah, I was so sucked in that. That's what I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, so was he, mate.
Is he?
So was he. See, I could tell that I could direct a film, mate.
Oh, mate, I'd watch that. That was
the attention
good.
to detail, yeah, it was pretty good,
nice.
actually, wasn't it?
You told the narrative.
Yeah, no one's spoken yet. The first bit is that,
Well, he's got his fucking mouth full, hasn't he?
Yeah, and it's the other bloke.
Right, yeah.
And then it goes back to him in a cafe. And he's still writing. What's he writing?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it?
I'm in. Like, if, I think we shop it around, get it pitched out.
What we can do. We've got everything. This character, who is he? What's he doing?
Yeah.
It's a mystery. He's not even gay.
He's not even,
No, but that's the thing that's at the end. He's not even gay.
Well.
He had to do that.
He's a bit gay.
No, he's not.
He's a bit.
He didn't. He had to do that.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like moral reasons why he had to do that.
Moral reasons? Yeah. What are the moral reasons why you have to suck off a man?
Well, that's what the film's about.
Right.
The whole film, it ends with that scene.
Right. A climax is at a climax.
Yeah. It goes back to the start.
Yeah. Oh, like Memento.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with more noshing off.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I could see it working.
And then it goes 3 days later, 3 days earlier or whatever, just after the cafe.
That is a thing, though. There is a thing now.
A lot of time hopping going on there.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that? Confuses the fuck out of me.
Well, it makes it. If you don't put the events of a film in order, everyone's always very clever. Always very clever.
Yeah, that's pretty much true, isn't it? Yeah. So the start was the end.
Yeah.
You get that?
What a structure. But that is a thing, There are now blokes online. I saw one making a video. Who's like, right, here's a thing that we need to understand. Some straight men have sex with men and they are straight. And I would like to say, no, they're not.
No, they're not.
And that's fine. You're at least bi. If you shag a man you're a man,
you're
at least.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being bi at all.
Yeah.
Just be bi. You're just a bit bi.
Yeah.
Don't be so repressed in yourself. Just embrace it.
Totally.
Being bi as a man, I reckon
how many
great.
bisexual men are just gay but too repressed in their own gayness to just come out as gay?
What, you think there are bisexual men who are repressed by gay people into being just gay?
No. Yeah, no, they're not, I just find, I don't know, maybe bi people are just genuinely bi.
Yeah. I think that is a thing, yeah.
I think a lot of them are, I think there's pressure on men to not be gay.
Yeah, there is more of that. If a girl has a one night stand with a girl, everyone's like, that is hot. And, And
I think a lot of people can understand that the womanly form is beautiful.
Yeah.
And if a bird goes, God, she's gorgeous, you go, God, you're right.
Yeah.
But,
there is that.
You can't look and go, God, he's gorgeous.
Yeah, but there are gorgeous men. There are gorgeous.
There
are men that I see and go, that is a fucking good-looking man.
Oh, absolutely.
But
I can tell a good-looking bloke.
Totally.
Oh, but there are a few that women fancy and I don't get it.
Right, yeah, who like?
I don't know, I can't think of anything.
I know, it's hard to think of an example on that.
But I go really? Why is he fit? I don't get that. I thought, oh yeah, he is.
Tell you the one I don't get that much. Ryan Gosling, right? He's got a little bit of a bean head. I think he seems like a bit of a...
I'm with you on this because he's a massive heartthrob.
Yeah.
To me,
he's like number one. He's like every woman I've said this to has gone, shut up. Like, he's gorgeous.
Yeah. So
he's got a bit of a bean head, doesn't he?
What character does he play?
Well, have you seen La La Land?
Have a foot, mate.
Mate, it's fucking terrible, right? I went to see it because Marianne...
Because Ryan was in it.
Sorry, my missus, right? She loves musicals.
Right.
Big fan.
She's a bird. That's okay.
Yeah, she loves musicals, and like it was a choice between Trainspotting 2 and La La Land at the cinema. I wanted to see Trainspotting 2.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? You could choose. We'll go see La La Land.
Yeah.
I watched this whole fucking film, mate. Within 10 seconds, right, they're dancing on cars, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be a long 2 hours.
This is horrible, mate.
Mate, I'd sit through 2 hours of this shit. It's one of the worst things I've ever fucking seen.
So is he a musical guy then?
Well, no, he's not. He was just a one-off in this.
Oh, I see. Right, because that to me screams birds don't like that shit, really.
No, they do, but like
Well, they do, but they don't. That is not Heartthrob. Don't do that shit.
This was a slightly different.
Plays a complex character, mate.
Yeah, but like they're meant to be a bit complex. It's like this jazz guy.
They're not. They're fucking dancing on cars.
I know, but he's meant to be like a jazz guy who's like deep. Anyway, it's dog shit.
Yeah.
After the 2 hours, I get out and I was like, well, at least she's had a nice time. And she goes, that was fucking shit. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like it was.
Trainspotting 2 is not that good, though, is it?
I know, but like, there's a song in La La Land that's stuck in my head forever. It's just like he sits at a piano, he goes, "City of stars, won't you shine down just for me?" And it's over and over that like motif through the film. It's the worst fucking heap of shit. If you've not seen La La Land, don't. It's absolute bollocks.
Sounds horrendous, mate.
Mate, it's fucking dog
hate
shit.
This film. I hate it as much as I hate fucking Cassandra.
I've been carrying on with my yoga, doing my yoga. Been doing that every day.
What's the latest affirmation?
Oh, today my affirmation was, I am loved and supported.
Financially, very much
Very much, yeah. That's how I'm a money magnet, mate.
Yeah, you are a money magnet. In a way, she's right. I'm a money magnet. Doing fuck all through the pandemic.
But
because my bird's got a proper job.
whilst we're here on regular things, we should ask, actually, whilst I'm thinking, we should ask, hold on, the regular question we ask every week. Oh, I should have had this queued up, shouldn't I?
Yeah, you've not.
How many wanks? 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 How many wanks has Mickey had?
Do you know what? It should have been blankety blank.
Oh yeah, because eventually
wank would have been better.
Yeah, eventually you shoot.
Wank.
Eventually you will be shooting blankety blanks.
I will.
So that
would have been the double entendre.
Entendre. So last week, how many had we got up to last week? I think we got up to 13.
That's right.
We were at 13.
I
was
had
our
7
latest.
to go. That's right.
7 to go. You're in the closing stretch. How many has it been? We've had a full week between records this week.
Yeah, we have, mate.
So you've had a full 7 days. How many wanks has Mickey had?
Excuse the pun. It's been up and down, right? Because started off great.
Yeah.
I'd say I had one of the best wanks I've had in ages because actually it was full sex with me just finishing on my bird.
Okay, that's great.
It was really good.
Yeah.
And because I was like, I went upstairs. It's middle of the day.
Yeah. A little afternoon delight.
Yeah, it's like an afternoon delight. I went upstairs in my own romantic way. I opened the door. She's lying on the floor doing some fucking little mini weights that she does. She's doing an exercise class.
Like me with my fucking yoga.
I was to have sex. She went, give me 8 minutes, right? So I potted about for 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Then we had sex, and it was fucking great.
Yeah.
And you know when you come and it's brilliant, really good.
Yeah, it is brilliant when you come in it.
Yeah, it is. But no, sometimes you can stumble over the line, Rob.
Oh yeah, sometimes it's like that some comes are better than others.
Yeah,
like
some comes are better than others. Some comes
Morrissey with his sticky gladioli.
Yeah. Oh god.
Well, no, like I know what you mean.
With loads of condoms and fucking
sometimes, like the worst ones are where you sort of get interrupted in between, or if you're trying to hold off and it's just like it's slipped out. It's slipped out. They're not satisfying.
They're wank.
No,
literally.
The ones where it's like you got a green light and it's like now it's my turn.
This is it. It's
and
coming. Here it comes.
Leaving your body, sort of.
Yeah. So that was great. And then it tailed off. I've only done 3 this week. And
3 all in?
Yeah. I'm disappointed. I had a tail off as well.
Yeah.
I was trying to make it a bit better than it was, and it just fucking seeped out like an apologetic fucking off milk, just like coming out of the bottom of a fridge. It was horrible.
Yeah. So 3. So where are we at? 16 then.
I'm trying to. It's 4 to go. And I'm
4 to go.
Do you know what? I've got to do them. I'm going to do them
for next week.
Yeah.
Surely next week.
Yeah, 100%.
You can be 100% sperm free.
Yeah.
Mate, there you go.
I felt like on the good wank that I had.
Yeah.
Because I saw it coming out and I was like, that's loads. And I thought, I bet that's quite a few of them. I thought, I'm all spunk free now with that bloody brilliant one.
Yeah.
I said to the doctor, is it like if I do 15 brilliant wanks, is that going to be all right?
Is it a volume or a frequency issue?
If I trip up over the line 40 times, have I still got a bit of jizz in there?
Yeah, maybe, because I do have a theory, right?
Yeah.
This is a theory. I don't know if medical science supports this.
No.
But I think there is a bit of jizz in your balls that can only be got out by someone else, right? Is my theory. Because if you're with someone else, generally you jizz a bit more, and it would explain why if you have a wank, it's not fully satisfying. Yeah. Like if you haven't had sex for ages and you have a wank,
I think
you still would like to have
Mate.
sex.
Yeah.
But if you have sex, you're like, oh, I'm done, good. And so I think there's a little bit of jizz right at the bottom of the balls, like an old ketchup bottle that you can't quite get out. You need someone else to slap the bottom of the glass to get it out.
You're totally right.
You need a bit of teamwork, don't you, to get all the jizz out?
Yeah, I felt like we had a bottle slapper on that amazing wank that I had. That was actually, let's be honest, it was full sex.
Yeah, so you had an assist, so you got more jizz out.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the strategy, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
But if I get another one of them in, that I could say that's 4 wanks straight away.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to throw that to the dubious wanks panel. See if we
as well, I was wanking onto wet wipes, so it's all slimy. And you can't tell where it's gone.
Into wet wipes, that's not a good receptacle. You need something dry to absorb.
I know.
Well, you know now.
I know, it was horrible.
What slime? Did that slip off?
I just didn't know where it was in the end. I didn't know what was going on. I just got.
I do want to know.
I had to get in the shower.
Well, yeah, you got to clean that off.
Yeah.
But like, does it look different now to how it used to? Is it a different consistency?
It's the same.
Still the same?
Yeah.
Right, fair enough.
Yeah, it's still the same, man.
Yeah. I was hoping it'd be like totally clear.
Yeah, it's like water.
Yeah. Sticky water.
Yeah. pH of 7.
Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. That answers the question of this week. Oh, fucking hell.
How many wanks? 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 How many wanks has Micky had?
16. 4 to go, and we're gonna get. Let's finish this fucking job, man.
Yeah, man, we'll get you over the line. It's good though. You're ticking along.
Feeling a bit embarrassed.
On a bad week.
Feeling a bit embarrassed that on the 7th podcast,
you still haven't finished.
It's like 20 wanks. It's like I'm trying to wank, and I'm managing less than 3 a week.
Hey, you gotta go at your own pace, Micky.
Yeah.
Right. It's your body. You know what it's ready for. You just got to listen to yourself, Micky.
I'm not wanking enough.
No. Well, look, you're wanking the perfect amount. There's no right or wrong amount, Micky.
Yeah.
There is a wrong amount. But, you're doing fine. You're ticking along. Even on a bad week, you've kept the scoreboard ticking over.
Yeah, it's 3. Yeah, it's like a run rate.
Exactly.
And you know what? I'm in the middle overs right now.
Exactly.
I need to come on big last over, get a 20 in there.
Exactly, mate. Mate. So, you're just ticking along. There's a bit of turn on the pitch. Yeah. You've just got to niggle one out.
Exactly. We had a really bad start.
Yeah.
Because obviously the first week was completely just one. We had
we
lost about 4
You're facing the
wickets.
new ball, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking purple one as well.
It's in the red and white.
It's in between the red and white. Yeah, it's the purple one. Well, it's not actually. It's in between red and black, isn't it? But anyway, there you go. It's the purple ball. It's tricky.
It is tricky to
It's
deal
tricky
with,
to fucking manoeuvre with.
But I think you're doing
moves
fine.
off the seam.
Keep ticking along, man.
Yeah, I will do. It's thanks for the support. I want to say to you and to everyone that's been.
There are genuine cheerleaders if you're wanking.
I know, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I feel a bit. I don't think I'm a very manly man, really, am I?
You are in some ways. I think you are. In your
not when it comes
unreconstructed
to
1960s views on women and ethnics. I think.
Apart from that,
I think you are in some ways. I think you've got sort of like liony masculine energy to you.
Oh, thanks, a liony.
Yeah, you got a little bit of like a liony energy to you. Yeah, you got that sort of like lazy sort of like.
I'm not to be fucked with, am I? In some respects.
Yeah, you can fuck with you.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm a really a lame lion that's been mauled half to death.
You've been in the zoo your whole life. You've not really got the instincts
just let me
anymore.
Out in the wild, and I'm like, Mummy, feed me some meaties.
You're all sedated, like there's fucking teenage tourists taking photos with you while you're just like, you're all over Instagram.
And in the bushes, that French bloke with this cigarette. I'm gonna suck you off, Valeno. Oh God. I'm not a very good lion, mate.
Yeah.
I won't be a very good lion. What about you? Are you manly? You're more manly than I thought you were.
Yeah.
You're a bit more manly.
I don't know. I kind of am in some ways. In some ways, I think I am. But like, I'm also like, because I grew up around like in like a a northern working class community, so I was always like the soft lad. But then, because I like, I'm like a bit artsy and all that. I like poetry and things. But then I went to London to art
screaming
school.
Homosexual.
Well, yeah. But like, I went to art school in London, and then suddenly I was the blokey lad.
Is that when you went to uni?
Yeah, I went to Goldsmiths, mate. It's an art college.
Right.
I didn't study art, but it's artsy as fuck, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, like suddenly I was like Jack the fucking lad there. So I'm sort of weirdly in between.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
But I love football. I used to love beer, and like, I was a bit of a shagger. I guess that was a traditional masculine trait.
I'm the same as that.
Yeah. But I'm also like...
I'm not a shagger anymore, though.
I'm not violent.
No, I'm not violent. I'm not a shagger. I've got family now.
Yeah, I'm not that tough. Like,
nah, I'm not tough.
Nah, not particularly. I'm not hard, but like like I'm tough as in like if it's cold out, I'll be fine without a coat.
You've got glasses, mate, so you can never go hard.
This is it. You can't be threatening in specs. You just can't. It's just it immediately undermines you if you've got to start a fight by going, you wait 1 minute, right? I'm just going to put these over here, and then there'll be fisticuffs.
I have known a couple of people who are hard as fuck who've got glasses.
Yeah.
Who I've seen fight, right? And it's amazing to see them as hard. Because you never thought they were hard.
Yeah.
And then you've seen them fight, and when they take the glasses off, you just feel sorry for the other guy.
It's like Clark Kent Superman.
Well, sometimes they just don't take them off because they're that hard. They just fucking knock them out.
That is confidence. If someone goes into a fight without even taking their specs off, if they're that confident that you are going down without you touching them.
I mean, if I start, I'd normally start on a guy with glasses. Just like fucking start on the guy with glasses. He's easy. He's not going to fight you. Boom, 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 you're down. Yeah. And you didn't take them off.
You can never tell, man. Like, no matter how big you are, there are just some people who are like highly trained machines.
And they just don't give a fuck.
And yeah, there's some people who are dead good at fighting.
There's a lot of bravado with fighting.
Yes.
There's a lot of like
90%.
I mean, yeah, when you look at like football hooligan kind of like footage, most of it's just what? And it's throwing a bottle there. Maybe someone gets a chair and throws it. Why? I don't know.
Very little actual like digging in.
Yeah, you do see the odd one that goes, and they're the first ones in. You go, you're hard.
Yeah, there's some people who are just taps.
Yeah.
Working in a boozer, I used to see that all the time. So you just see the bravado and how much of it's peacocking, and they don't really want the fight. But then, like,
they want to be seen as being hard.
But there are some people in my town who are genuinely hard. Yeah. There's a couple of lads who, like, if you want a fight, they will happily have one, and they'll win it. Yeah. So, you would see them, like, sometimes the bravado guys would square up to one of them, and that's a bad situation for him.
It's a terrible situation.
Yeah, some people come alive in a fight.
Yeah,
I flail. I've got no technique. I don't want it.
I don't think I've really been in a fight. I mean, I've got knocked out.
Yeah.
But that's not really been in a fight.
No, like I have, but like I've never been an instigator.
No, I've never been an instigator.
Yeah, I've been in.
Even when I was at school, I know in the odd fight at school, it's never me. I always went in because I had to. I was fought, and if I didn't fight, I would have looked like an ultimate pussy.
Yeah,
so I've had a fight. Yeah, just to because you have to sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes like when you're at school, that calculation, losing a fight is better than not. Having it at all
you've got to have a fight.
Yeah,
and then your mates pretend you won.
Yeah,
and you go, yeah, I did. Yeah, I think I did. I was. I
did. Yeah, thanks.
When I got up, it was like, wow.
What were you?
Who's in trouble now?
Were you good at school?
I was good in year 7. I was quite geeky really because I went to high school and it was the bigger boys and stuff, and there was harder kids in there than me. Let's put it that way. I'm from quite a nice little village, and the school I went to some of it was quite rough.
Yeah,
and but by the time I got to year 10, I'd become one of the cool kids and I'd started rebelling against education. But I was never treated like one of the cool kids by them because they knew I was a nerd.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thrown out eventually in year 11. I had to just come back and do my GCSEs.
I was like,
but because I started as a nerd, I never lost that tag.
I was the same, man.
But I've always been a nerd, really. I'm a million different people from one day to the next.
Yeah, man. And I got
Richard Ashcroft.
I picked it up, mate.
Yeah, I know. I just want to say Richard Ashcroft.
But like, I was the same, man. I was such a dweeb at like early secondary school that I never shook that. When I became like cooler, like it took getting to uni to like shake it off, because I was like a full on like Games Workshop dweeb when I was
wasn't that far into that.
Oh, mate, I was full all in.
You were marching around with a Bible, you know.
All right, that was younger. Like, so I went,
Bible marching, mate.
So the Bible marching happened, and then was like my obsessed with Robot Wars phase.
Yeah, I never had that.
Then that parlayed into like Warhammer and all that. So
I was always really good at football.
Right, I never had that.
I was like the best in the year with me and Jez. I think Jez was better because he was physically better than I was, and his dad had played and stuff professionally a little bit, and so. But I was better on the ball, you know.
Yeah.
So I was good at sports.
That makes it cool.
Yeah, I had that angle.
Yeah, see, my angle was I was the eventually I became cooler by being a skateboarding like drug taker. I was very bad at skateboards, but I was really good at doing drugs.
Cool.
So like that was my angle of being cooler. But like and when I discovered that, the Warhammer went by the side.
Yeah, it's like throw that in the bin. Hey, Mum, I'm cool now. Caps on backwards.
Yeah. I don't need my dark elf army anymore. I had a lot,
but I'm keeping these archers just in case.
I've still got a box of it
because I painted them myself, you know.
Oh mate, I was like I won awards for my painting of figures. I was like dead good at it. Yeah.
Oh, that's really cute.
Yeah, man. I was really into it.
I was mates with people that did it. I just remember something.
Oh yeah,
do you remember Blood Bowl?
Yeah, I used to play that.
Yeah, I used to play that.
Blood Bowl's dope, man. It's a genuinely good game.
Guess what we did? I think it was me. I weighted a dice. Fucking, I'm ingenious. I nailed through the one, so it would weight on there. Put a bit of lead in, and then we covered it up with a bit of Tipex, and then we repainted the one really badly. It's me and mate, so we knew which one the weighted dice was, right? And only me and him knew. Me and Matthew knew. And I won all the time.
You were cheating at Blood Bowl with weighted dice.
And sometimes they had the dice, and we're both like, shit. So you had to find a way of getting the dice back. So I played that for about 6 months, but I was probably about 12.
Right, yeah.
But that was it. I was never a Warhammer guy. But I liked the guys that played it because
that was it, man. Like I used to go into the shop on a Saturday and hang out with those guys.
Oh right, I mean, some of them. I've always liked lots of different characters though. Yeah. I like nerds for what they are. I've always loved super cool fucking. Cool fuckers.
Yeah, I'm the same, man. I'm a social chameleon.
Yeah, me too.
I like flitting around different groups.
I'm blending in, man.
Yeah.
That's why I think I've got ADHD when I'm with you, because I'm just blended in.
Right, you think you're picking it up off me?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe, actually, because I'm only saying you because of like my experience of you.
Yeah.
But my experience of you is when you're with me. So maybe I'm just bringing you down to my level.
I'd probably say I'm just a blender. I can blend into anything, mate.
You'd like even...
I've been blend into a French film earlier.
What we need...
I just blended into an art director.
Into that, to be fair. I was such writing.
Yeah.
But maybe what we need to do to test it, let's get someone like heavily autistic in and see if you can still make eye contact.
Or I start drawing fucking buildings perfectly brick for brick.
Yeah. We'll get Lost Voice guy in and see if you carry on talking.
Well, actually, I used to do his thing with him.
Yeah, man. I fucking love Lost Voice guy. He's a great guy, Lee.
He's
isn't
a
he?
lovely lad.
Like last time I gigged with Lee, right? Lee Ridley, Lost Voice guy, great comedian. You'll know who he is.
He is a good comedian.
And like I gigged with him, so I've been doing gigs with him since I started. We all started around the same time, me and him, probably. And like so, I've done little gigs in pubs and that. Last time I gigged with him was in Lancaster, and this was after Britain's Got Talent, so he's famous. Everyone's come to see him.
Was it the theatre?
No, it was the room above a pub, but it's like a nice big room. Lancaster Comedy Club. It's every Sunday.
On the square.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that gig can sometimes be dodge.
Yeah, the sound in there is terrible.
Well, so this night Lee's on, so he's got his kit. Obviously, he speaks through a machine.
The PA there is fucking terrible.
And mate, it was his fault. He brought a duff cable, so it was like the connection was dodgy. So for his set, I was emceeing, so I'm introducing him, and then I had to go and sit by the side of the stage and hold his cable perfectly still. And if I moved a millimeter, like the whole sound went out for him, and I did it during his opening joke by mistake, so that fucked him a bit. Obviously, he brought it around, it was fine, but I had to sit perfectly still. My arms were burning by the end. At the end,
all that wanking power's coming handy though, hasn't it?
I was like, 200 grand was it you won on Britain's Got Talent? Couldn't buy a fucking cable, you cheap cunt. 250. Even worse.
I know.
Yeah. So I had to sit there for his whole fucking set. I couldn't laugh or anything because I'd shake.
Yeah, it's
which was luckily easy during his set. Fuck off, Lee. Banter. But I fucking so that was last time I saw him, man. Mate, I am jonesing for live comedy now, Just can't wait to get back.
Yeah, I do miss gigging. I miss the thrill of a kind of like the adrenaline rush of a gig as well.
It's great in it, man. That
or driving home feeling like you've achieved something.
Yeah, man.
You know, like I've missed that sense of achievement, I think.
Yeah, that's it, man. It's the thing I'm best at. So I miss being good at it. You know, it's a really like satisfying feeling.
I don't know what I'm best at. Probably entertaining. It's got to be in there somewhere.
Yeah, you're a great entertainer, man.
Yeah.
You're all round, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I've got stand up. That's my lane. But like you've got more multiple skills, haven't you? You're a good singer and musician.
I've always been a good entertainer. If I get it across.
Yeah.
I just think that I'm a jack of all trades. Kind of.
Yeah.
I'm not brilliant at anything.
You're a James Milner type. You're Stuart
I'd love
Dallas.
to be a James Milner type. I'd love to be a Stuart Dallas.
Yeah.
I'm more like that guy that plays for Ayr United, who you've never heard of in the fucking
journeyman
Scottish
career.
third division.
Yeah.
He's you know, he technically does make money out of it, but yeah, he's not making any headlines.
See, whereas I'm Iron Robin, right? All I can do is cut in on the left and curl it. That's all I've got.
And
I'm
you've
dead
got
good at
dick
that.
Jokes to old people,
Exactly.
Dick jokes to young people, and paedophile jokes to everyone.
I feel like I've got world-class dick jokes, man. I'm dead proud of it. It's
that poem that I should try and remember it. It was 4 minutes long of dick jokes, right?
Yeah.
But it was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant.
Was that your first bit that like worked?
Oh no, because I did a lot of comedy on the music circuit for years.
Right, yeah.
So I mean, my first ever comedy song was a song about Diana dying, in 1997.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty fucking funny.
Sounds it, yeah.
But you had to be of that sense of humour. I was fucking 15.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And my first ever gig actually was my sister's friends had heard. So there's 4 of them, and they went, "Will you play?" You know, they'd heard I'd started writing these funny songs, and I was like, I was still in year 11 at school, and my first ever gig, I went downstairs. I charged them all 20p each.
Fucking always hustling.
Yeah. So I got a quid because I didn't really want to do it. So I played them 2 songs. Went to the shop and bought 10 Lambert because you get 10 Lambert for 98p. I fucking that's my first ever gig at home.
Amazing.
Yeah. So I'd always done comedy, and then when I did music, because I haven't got a brilliant voice, because I've always relied on humour.
Yeah.
To bring
Get
my
you
music,
through.
because my music isn't that good.
The secret.
Yeah, so I've always done it. So when I hit the comedy, I knew that it worked
from new.
Yeah. But what I didn't know is it was a totally different way of getting it across, and all the stuff that I failed on early doors, I binned it off and realised. Apart from the final of Britain's Got Talent, when they told me to do an old song from a fucking that just didn't work at all.
Don't worry, he's over it.
Yeah, not. It's only $250,000.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. Yeah, who gives a fuck, mate?
No, I think Lee had that in the bag. Though,
Yeah, you weren't fucking winning that.
If you can't speak and you're a fucking brilliant comedian, that is like Britain's Got Talent.
Absolute dynamite, mate.
Yeah.
You had no chance.
No one could win
Lee
that
was
apart from Lee,
written
yeah.
in the stars. You
Yeah,
know,
totally.
like, you know, I think you did well to even hang in there that long, mate.
Yeah, I fucking did.
But like, that's it, man. Like so yeah, it's a totally different experience for me because, like, you know, starting was.
I don't know how you
nothing.
did that. Just to interrupt you as I always do, right? Because I had total.
I do it as much as you know.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
You just did it then.
I know.
I had total stage confidence when I went in to do comedy, and I 100% thought I was going to be brilliant at it.
Yeah.
Because but I remember my first ever gig. I was 20, local pub, did 2 Bob Dylan covers, and I'd have paid you anything to get out of it because I was falling apart. I was that nervous. But I was hiding behind songs.
Right.
So you've got a guitar, you know the muscle memory. You know it.
Yeah.
You just got to go and do it.
Yeah, exactly. You've
but as a
rehearsed it all.
stand-up, you've got to go and... I mean, I know you could just, I've got some scripted comedy, but you've got to make the connection with it. I mean, and you're speaking, it's public speaking.
Yeah,
Fucking hell,
like,
how do you make that first leap?
I was never that worried though with stuff like that. I've always been quite good in those situations. Like I've always been like confident in front of people. Like I just don't really care. Like it's fine. So like that wasn't as much of an issue for me. My first ever gig, because I had like a little bit of a false start in comedy when I was at uni. So my next door neighbour at uni was Angus Dunnican. He's a comedian, great guy, absolutely love him. So that just randomly he was in the next halls to me. And he was already doing comedy. And he was like, mate, you're funny. You should try comedy. And like, I loved comedy. I loved comedians. I loved all that. But like, I wanted to be in a band at that point. But I was like, you know what? I'm fucking 18.
Do you play guitar?
I used to play bass. I play guitar and bass. But anyway, yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'll give comedy a go. Why not? And it was just pure youth and arrogance and overconfidence and just being like, oh, it'd be fine. And I only had to do 2 minutes. It was at the Amuse Moose Laugh Off. It's a national competition. I was in the qualifying round. You do 2 minutes. I remember I had a bit about how there's 4 shapes of face and they correspond to the chicken nugget shapes. And a bit about how penguins fall over when planes go over them. So I did a pratfall in my set.
Okay.
And like, it was bad, obviously.
Yeah, but I like the idea of like physical comedy, mate.
I tried it. I got through. I ended up getting to like the semi-final, I think, of that competition. But yeah, it was just purely like, I was like, oh, I'm good at this. Self-confidence has never been an issue for me, mate. I've got to pull myself back. Like,
that's good though.
So yeah, and then when I came to doing comedy properly, like when I was like 23, 24,
that's
I was
young,
like,
for me. That's really young
go.
though. I mean, I didn't start till I was 33.
Right. Yeah, I started properly when I was
maybe
22. 22, 23 was when I really started.
I don't think you've not got a load of... I had a bit of life experience behind me. I had a lot of stage time behind me when I started.
Oh, I had plenty of life experience by 23. I lived intensely for those periods. Like there was a lot of like... Yeah, when I was 18, I didn't have anything to say, and I thought I did. I thought I was Bill Hicks, which is dangerous for a new comedian. Like, I was going to go tell some truths, man.
Yeah.
And, like, there is footage that exists of me as an 18-year-old stand-up.
I'd love to see that.
Well, you can. It's on YouTube, and the person who owns it won't take it down. So, I've asked. So, like, oh, mate, it's so fucking bad. I'm going to have to tweet it from the fucking Fool's Gold account now, because people will ask.
Do it.
Mate, it's mortifyingly bad. Like, in fact, do you want to see it? I can bring it up on there now.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, mate, we can. I'll talk you through this. Me when I mate. Oh, I can't believe it's come to. I'm genuinely embarrassed.
I mean,
a
lot of people that watch this podcast.
We're not watching all of this. I'll show you a little bit.
You know, I'll watch it all later. And
exactly. Yeah,
I'll finish myself off to it. That'll be a full assist for you.
But yeah, this is when I was brand new and had no idea what I was doing.
Sitting through, if you've ever been to live comedy and you see a bad comic or not a bad comic, but maybe a good comic having a bad gig, it's horrible.
Oh, I fucking love it now, man. As a comic, I love it, especially if I know the comedian's good, because it's just funny then. Yeah. Because I know they're good. It's the audience's fault, or they've just had an off night.
Yeah, or just something don't work and it can go wrong.
Dead funny.
It can that's the thing about comedy, it can just go wrong.
Yeah, and it's just dead funny watching.
I've seen like really good comics have bad gigs, and I was like, wow, how did that happen?
Oh, here we go. Right, this is. So
if any of you have ever been on the Megabus, you know how one awful soul-destroying experience it is.
Look at the camera quality.
It's blazing hot. There's no air conditioning, obviously, and I feel a bit of a shaking on the floor. I'm getting this off. We're going to start moving. What's going on here? Look up. This girl coming towards me.
This is awful, by the way.
Your voice has changed.
I just want to say I don't stand by this bit of material. It was a different time, right? And if you're watching this or listening, don't be a grass and cancel me.
Rob Cooper. Right. And she's like, it's true, right? Not my fault. I didn't eat for her. She's there with like...
I didn't eat what?
I didn't eat for her. Right. I'm just fat shaming.
Like, black hair and like shit tattoos of stars on her arms that look like they've been drawn by a kid with a crayon up his arse who had Parkinson's. I mean, you can smell the self-harm on her, right?
More downvotes than up.
And there's a seat next to me, so
7 down.
7 down and 5 up.
I think
you were talking about number 12 earlier, weren't you?
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, give it a look.
I'm just gonna give it another dislike. Right, that's enough of that.
Now, mate. I'm loving the style though.
Yeah.
The confidence is there.
Well, yeah, I was always confident, but like this was the thing. Like, so when
you made me feel comfortable when I was watching. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that, but like when I was doing this, so I was
loving your hair.
Oh no, mate. I was
look
full
at that belt.
Indie kid. Fucking 2005, 2008 this is.
2008, mate.
But like, yeah, so in this competition I was on with like, I ended up meeting Sean Walsh and Tom Rosenthal and Ian Smith. And they were like, yeah, I knew them a little bit back then. So then I gave up for years. But I moved back home to Yorkshire and I kept seeing them on TV. And I was like, I need to fucking give that a go. So I did, and thankfully dropped all that shit. But yeah, look, you can, if you want to watch it all, Rob Mulholland Chortle, put that in Chortle Student, you'll find it.
Amazing how they look at that.
Mate, there's 2 videos as well of 2 different sets from 2 different years. I did the competition again.
For more punishment.
Mate, it's brutal. Like, it's really brutal. One of the sets, I start with the other one. Oh, fuck it. I'll just show you the intro. I might as well.
Well, I'm loving this, mate.
Mate, just humiliating myself. Because, like, you know,
to the career of Rob Mulholland.
Oh, mate.
Popular comedian, Rob Mulholland.
Let me just show you the other one. I just want to show you how I start the other set. It is the worst intro to a stand-up set there has ever been. I'm wearing a wolf shirt.
This is 2009 now, 2009.
Mate. Still in the leather jacket because I'm edgy.
Yeah. Oh, a bit of music there as well.
You ready for comedy? Say I was born ready. I was born ready. It's integral to everything that comes after this that you say I was born ready. If you're ready for comedy, say I was born ready. I was born ready. That's funny. I was born £9 3 ounces. Bang, we're off. All right.
I don't get that at all. Is that a joke?
Well,
I was born ready.
Technically, right. So what? Oh, mate, I'm cringing
so
I'm cringing inside out.
I've lost a lot of respect for you.
Oh, mate, I've lost respect for me.
That's horrible. Why would you let me see that?
Because it's there. You were going to find it anyway.
I'm not looking at the audience, but I'm asking them to do something,
mate. Because the thing was,
self-confidence never been my problem,
mate. Like
that's autistic comedy when you can't look at the audience.
Mate,
when you say you were born ready, the whole set depends on you saying you were born ready. Oh, you were born ready. But they went with you, Rob. And you know what?
A bit.
Well, they said, I'm born ready. I would have said, fuck all.
I know, and I deserved fuck all. And like, mate, honestly, this is making me flush red with embarrassment.
3 ounces, and a kick. What a
kick, mate. I'm like, and look, in a way, I was ahead of my time. That's what Nick Helm does now, is a shit joke, and then a big.
Do you want shit joke? Do you want to hear a joke? Do you want to hear a joke? Do you want to hear a joke?
He performs it a bit better, and there's a whole character, and he's actually funny. So that is the difference.
He's a nice guy, actually.
Oh, he's great, Nick.
He's totally off stage. Like, that's not like you are normally.
No, he's a lovely bloke. But so fucking hell, we all start from a rough position.
Horrible, mate.
I know, and look, because it's not my footage, I can't take it down.
I love this.
So it's just staying on there forever.
If you ever fucking annoy me, I'm tweeting that. I am just going to fucking
You're not the only one. There's so many comedians who I've been having an argument with on Facebook who just post that link.
Say it. Just please say I was born ready. Okay? I've got a really good joke about how much I weighed when I was born.
Oh, and it wasn't even that's being brand new to comedy. And I know that's a year apart, but people have got to bear in mind, those are the only gigs I did. I did 3 different comedy competitions because they were the only gigs I knew how to get.
Yeah, of course.
And then I did them the next year. So I did like 6 gigs total.
Yeah.
So I was brand new and terrible. And yeah, it shows. It shows. It was really, really rough, man. Like, and look, I went away from it. I quit for a number of years.
Can we stop doing the podcast now?
I think, yeah. I don't blame you disowning
Maybe forever.
Me. Yeah, I think so, probably. Yeah.
This is the worst ending there's ever been to a podcast.
Well, luckily, it was the smoothest start. So it doesn't matter if we dribble off at the end.
That was the worst wank I've ever fucking had,
mate. I think that's going to hold you back from getting 20, isn't it? Every time you try and have a wank, it's just going to go back inside.
I think that I've advised with it, just you going, but just say I was born ready. I am going to be stroking that. I am hard thinking about that right now.
I can't believe I've just played that on the
wank bank, 100%.
Oh, that is my deepest, darkest secret. That is like the thing I'm most ashamed of.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely.
Yeah,
like,
mate. Yeah, that is...
Look, you've seen, when I'm talking about, like, yeah, I'll have a finger up my ass, couldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
That is mortifying to me. And rightly so.
Honestly, I am gutted for you. And this is the last podcast we'll ever do.
There we go. It's been a joy. Fool's gold.
Thanks for the journey.
It's been beautiful. Sorry to leave it on such a depressing note.
This is life, isn't it? You know, you think you're on something good, you're enjoying something, then you get let down by really shit comedy. Goodbye.
I can't believe I'm getting cussed out on my comedy from a fucking musical comedian. This is an
I'm
outrage.
Not a comedian. I'm a cheating
Shut
stick.
up. Right. Anyway, yeah, let's wrap it up, man. I've no idea how long we've been talking for, but probably ages. It's been great, man. Check out my YouTube channel. I've got one. It's got good comedy on it that I did after that. If you want to see the improvement, go watch some of my good comedy.
Just say you're born ready now. Will you do it for me? You do it, and I'll say I'm born ready.
If you're ready for comedy, say I was born ready.
Nothing. Say it again.
Fuck off. This has been Fool's Gold.
But don't look at me when you
Text
say it.
the show. I've put the number on the screen. 07520 665 442 07 I love you. Nearly the devil. Football formation.
I was born ready.
I was born ready. I'll see you next week for another.
Sorry, everyone.
Born ready. Just say you were born ready.
Please say it.